Morning, everybody. Thought I'd do a short video today, try to explain how the Department of Labor is pulling smoke and mirrors on all you guys and gals out there. As an example, this is a report they're issuing right now. The latest deal: 2.63 million jobs went to native-born American jobs. Foreign-born jobs went down 21,000. Looks impressive, don't it? Yeah, it does. Where's the truth? If we go down here and we compare between November 2024 and November 2025, we get those same exact totals. Foreign born went down 21,000, native born went up 2.631%. President Trump and Department of Labor Secretary Chambers, whatever her name is saying Americans are getting all of the jobs, nothing for foreign born. Well, I developed a little tool here to analyze that, and I maintain the data every month. So let's compare October 2024 against November 2025. Well, foreign born went down 288,000. Native born went up 2.416 million. That's a good sign. Oh, that was October 2024. Hit the wrong total, did I? Since we don't have October 2025, we go back to September 2025. And now we find that foreign-born employed went up 58,000, native-born employed went up 114,000. That's a big difference, ain't it? Foreign-born got half as many jobs as native-born Americans got. Now, what's true? That first figure we showed you where native-born Americans got all the jobs? Well, as I show here all the time, we'll pull it up again so you can see it. We'll look at the Presidential Job Creation Scorecard. We show the native-born employment and foreign-born employment. That shows the trends. But the meat of the deals is right here. The nitty-gritty, as I call it, the details. This native-born job gains and foreign-born job gains, they're trading in a range. Neither one has broke out. See how this is what they call, what would it be? It wouldn't be higher highs. It'd be lower highs and lower lows. That's what they would call that in the stock market. See how it's going back and forth? It's up one month, down the next month, down again. It's reversing, baby, but it's all over the place. But it never breaks out. There's no substantial trend being displayed yet. So what you're getting is the numbers that go back and forth, back and forth. Right below that, I always show the current month versus the previous month, and then the oldest month versus the newest month. And the reason why this oldest month versus newest month eliminates all this back and forth stuff, all this noise. It shows you exactly what's happened. Foreign-born has gone up 3.28% since January 2007, and native-born has gone down 3.28%. It always tracks job for job. The current month versus previous month shows you that 58,000 foreign-born went up and the native-born went up 114,000. That doesn't look to me like Americans are getting all the jobs. Now, the White House will use these numbers here because it looks pretty impressive. Makes you think that you guys are winning for a change. But the reality is, until we establish a trend in those numbers, this is just going to flip-flop back and forth every month, month over month. Some months good, some months bad. Nothing's changed. And it's very obvious that foreign-born workers are still getting jobs. And if you look at the total from back in January 2007, this foreign-born right here at 8,446,000, and a native-born at 11,345,000. That works out to foreign-born since January 2007 have got 42.7% of all jobs created, and native-born's got 57.3%. That's why I say it's pretty well a 50-50 deal. If you want to get technical, it'll probably be closer to 60-40. But still, that 40% deprives Americans that desperately need jobs of jobs. Let's make this foreign-born job gains zero by ending the importation of any guest workers from any country, so that all Americans that desperately need jobs to provide for their families can do what's necessary. You know, everybody wants to say Generation Z doesn't want to get off the couch. That's bullshit. They can't find any jobs, and it's obvious why looking at these numbers. But what everybody talks about is Generation Z in their formative years needs help getting established just like we did back when we were kids. Problem is, our parents back in the 70s or 80s or 90s had good paying jobs, so they could afford to help their kids. Now it's the opposite. The Generation Z can't get started, and the guys, their parents, can't provide help. What kind of bullshit is that? Anyway, anybody wants to know how to reach me? There's my ugly mug. Here's my contact information. Always willing to discuss that stuff with you guys. I think I know it better than any of the experts out there, because I've lived this nightmare. Anyway, always glad to hear from you. Thank you.